Now, if you want to take it into baby steps, let's go through this. Building a personal brand involves crafting a unique image and reputation that represents who you are. It will take you some time to think about it. It's not easy. But you need to think, what do you want to stand for? What can you offer? And what you're offering, does it coincide with what the market needs or what your objectives are? We need to be realistic here because there is a reason why you're putting up there a personal brand. And that's why I always think that it needs to be middle level, not junior. Yeah, you need to be mature enough. This is like when people ask me, when do people need to take an MBA? You need to have like a solid 5 to 10 years of experience in business so that you can leverage what you're getting from an MBA. It's the same thing as a personal brand. So you sit with yourself and you say, let's define your goal. Start by determining what you want to achieve with your personal brand. Consider your passions, your skills, and be realistic. Ask people around you, because we could be quite biased, positively or negatively, by the way. You could be really harsh on yourself, or you could be really very happy with yourself, overly happy with yourself. Then you need to identify the target audience. Who are you targeting with this personal brand? Understand the needs, the interest, the potential of them accepting you as this persona. Now, crafting your brand identity is critical because you need to be very clear and concise. It's exactly the way we do with consumer and retail brands. You have a brand statement. These are the values, and this is what I'm bringing onto the table. Now, communication is absolutely critical. What kind of a message you're going to bring out there, and it has to be critical and consistent across all mediums. So this depends on what you do. This is going to be, are you online? Are you offline? Face-to-face person. Depends how you're going to communicate. And it depends, as a medium, does that goes well with your target audience or not? It has to be consistent. You need to be very clear about the messaging and the tone and the language, and very consistent that it would resonate with your target audience. Now, content creation, it really depends how good you are with communication. You could do it yourself or you can brief somebody else. It depends on which level, but I would think on the level of CEOs that I speak to, they do have a professional person that, writes stuff for them in their tone. So they're really, taking on the character of that person. Now, of course, networking and engaging and being consistent is extremely important in the tone and the image and the values. So again, end of the day, you need to build relationships. You need to be authentic and consistent, because apart from that, you'd lose credibility and you'd just be, I wouldn't say a liar, but that would not be a personal brand. You could be just anybody else. Over time, you will get feedback from the market, whether you want it or not, indirectly or directly, about whether you've done a good job of it or not. And yes, it is extremely important to do that. If you're a freelance, you're a consultant, you're working on your own. So it's all about your image and reputation, and definitely your credibility. And it builds over time, and you will know it. Now, some people would say, can I change that? It's not going to be a change. It's going to be an evolution. I mean, think about a brand like Apple. Apple, over 30 years, it evolved its positioning 3 times. So it starts with simplicity, then technology and innovation, and then now human, being a human. And this is humanism is a positioning for really, really big brands that they can own that. They're bigger than life. But in your case, I mean, you're not going to be, the Pope for that matter. So monitor, be consistent, and, be honest with yourself. Always get feedback, and good luck with it. That is my take on personal branding.